Good morning, everyone. All right. Welcome. It's good to see everybody here on such a lovely day as well in Oxford. So thank you for coming. I'm Andrew Stephen, as the slide says. So I'm the Director of the Future of Marketing Initiative, as well as the L'Oreal Professor of Marketing and the Deputy Dean for Faculty and Research here at the school. So I really just want to kick off this morning by saying a very warm welcome. And I know that you're going to enjoy all of the different topics that we talk about today, which we'll kind of tee up in this first session before we dive right in. Let me introduce my partner in crime today, Seth Rogan, who's an associate fellow here at the school, has been with the Future of Marketing Initiative actually since the very, very first day of it, back in 2016. But his day job is Chief Commercial Officer at The Real Deal, and he also chairs our advisory board for the Future of Marketing Initiative. And Seth's going to be moderating some of the sessions and helping MC today. Seth, welcome.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. For those who are wondering, I'm not the Seth Rogen you expected. And if you're wondering what The Real Deal is, we are the world's largest news source in the real estate industry. We're a business B2B news publication. My life has been in the transformation of news and media and marketing, and that's how Andrew and I have gotten to know each other over the years. And so it is a true honor and pleasure to be here with all of you today. We would be remiss if we did not thank our partners who made all of this possible. So let's go to that. And I know you want to applaud them all. Let's hold the applause till the end, but we will thank them. So thank you, Google. Thank you, L'Oreal, Kantar, Mars, IRG, Meta, JP Morgan, Wavemaker, Reckitt, Diageo, BMC, the UN Unstereotype Alliance, Unilever, and WPP. Thank you all very much. We couldn't do without you.
Yeah, FOMI is really about collaboration and partnerships. And what we do, for those of you who are maybe new to the Future of Marketing Initiative, is have a sort of a set of research themes, or themes that are equally important, I guess, on the sort of academic side as well as the practice side of marketing. And so just to kind of remind you or introduce these to you, sort of the current themes that we're working on for sort of the current period of time, sort of 3-4 years, is first of all marketing credibility and ways to demonstrate, measure, and essentially prove the value of modern and progressive marketing and advertising. Marketing with purpose. So that doesn't just mean sort of narrow sort of definitions of purpose, but really thinking more broadly about what it is to do purposeful and valuable still marketing, and how marketing can have positive impacts not just on our customers, let's say, as our stakeholders or investors in the capital markets, but on the broader society. And then new technologies, which is obviously a big topic and always a big topic, and really looking at that critically, though, and trying to figure out, okay, what is actually useful with new technologies as they come into the marketplace, both from a marketer standpoint as well as a consumer or a customer standpoint, and really trying to understand how these can work effectively and efficiently to really drive the desired outcomes that marketers have. And you're going to hear today topics on all three of these things. And indeed, actually, some sessions are going to cover more than one of these things, because there's clear intersectionality between them. So with that, Seth, do you want to walk us through what we're going to hear about today?
So you all have the agenda, or you should have it there in front of you, but we're going to show it a bit on the screen as well. And I think it is important as we're going through the day to think about those three themes and how they connect with the work that we're going to do. First off, we're going to have a panel that I will moderate with Dr. Rhonda Hadi, and Perry Nightingale at WPP. We're going to talk a bit about synthetic humans as they are used in advertising. What are the ethical challenges? What are the technological opportunities? What are the best ways to do it right? And maybe even we'll get to one of the ways that it's done wrong. And so I think that will be a really exciting conversation. And of course, that connects to the themes of credibility and technology. Then we will have the all-important coffee break. Following that, Andrew will be up here to discuss DEI in AI. I have seen some of the work that he's going to talk about, and it is extremely important to our world. We're going to be among the first people to ever hear about this research. And so very excited to have Mitch with us, and Ariane, of course. Then Dr. Felipe Tomás will be up to talk about brand strategy and brand equity. Of course, that connects to the ideas of credibility and new tech. Following that, I'll be back up on stage, in case you haven't seen enough of me at that point, with Perry yet again, hopefully with some great surprises, and we'll be talking a little bit with Letitia from L'Oreal, who will be arriving soon, and we're going to be talking again more deeply about AI in advertising. What are the new ways that agencies and great brands like L'Oreal are working together to create the true future of marketing? And we have examples for all of this. We want you to leave here today having taken notes. We want you to leave here today tweeting and, can we call it tweeting still?
Xing.
Xing. Doesn't seem right this early. We want you to be sharing and taking the information with you. So if you ever wondered what it's like to be in the room where it happens, in the room where decisions get made, if you ever wondered if I was only the one who got to be there when the future was discussed, you're here. You're in the room. Let's make use of it. Let's make sure we carry the information out with us. And so I take that part of what we are doing very seriously. And so I hope that you will drink in and breathe deep this opportunity to carry the information forward. I make that a part of my job every time I get the great chance to visit this institution. Afterwards, we'll have a lunch break. Then we'll be talking about whether or not progressive advertising is worth it. And Andrew will lead that discussion with our good friend Sarah Denby from the United Nations. She'll be coming in via Zoom, I believe, from New York. Mm-hmm. It's the United Nations. You never know where she might be. Following that, there'll be another sort of semi-virtual where Andrew will be speaking with Mark DeSwans-Arons of the Institute for Real Growth and some research that the IRG and FOMI have been working on together now for more than a year, I believe. And then after one more break, Dr. Tomaz will be back up on stage to close us out with a what, how, and why with Richard Lloyd from Meta. And so you can see throughout all of these programs, we are weaving in these three themes of technology, of purpose, of brand credibility. And so keep that in mind as your prism as we walk through the day.
Okay, so a symposium, somebody told me once, is not a conference or a lecture. It's meant to be interactive. And so very, very, very important that today we have lots of conversations. So we've got plenty of breaks so people can mingle and discuss. But also in all of the sessions, there'll be opportunities for Q&A from the audience. So there's going to be a little iPad sitting here where we can see questions that come up. So there's the QR code. If you want to scan that, you can contribute questions that way. Of course, if the people who are watching, streaming this online, that's your only modality for asking questions or contributing your thoughts. But if you're in the room, you can do this. If you're shy, or you want to ask things anonymously that can't be attributed back to you, or you can just raise your hand and someone will come to you with a microphone as well, in sort of the good old-fashioned way. But the point is that we'll have lots of discussion. It'll be interactive, and we want to hear from all of you as much as everybody who's sitting in the seats here on the stage with us.
And we should say, if you've been to the theater, if you've been in the West End recently, you've been asked to turn your phone off. Let's do the opposite today. Silence your phones, please. We are live streaming on both LinkedIn and YouTube live for the entire day, but we want your phones on. Not so you can check work email. Please limit that as much as you can and be present today, but so that you can be sharing out information.
All right. So with that, I think we should dive right into the very first session. So I'm going to hand it over to Seth.
Great. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks very much. And